Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? So today we are going to discuss further on the decimal fraction chapter. So in our last class we actually discussed multiplication of decimal numbers with 10, 100 and 1000. Okay, just to give you a few more examples so that you could be ready, you could understand better. One of the example is such like this. Let's say 0. Okay, 0.021 into 10. So I already mentioned in my previous video as well. So when we multiply with 10, the decimal goes one step ahead, right? So like this. So the decimal comes over here. So what will be the answer? 0.21, because this decimal came over here, and if there is a 0 in front of a decimal, we don't write 2 zeros or 3 zeros, only 1 0. Before decimal, if there is no other number apart from 0, we only write 1 0. Okay, so 0.21. Similarly, let's show you some other example. Let's say 0.2 into 100. So this decimal will go how many steps? There are 2 zeros, so it will go 2 steps ahead, 1 step, 2 step, right? So over here one box is empty, so it becomes 20. 2 decimal goes from 0, and since there is no other number, so that's 20 only. Okay, next if we discuss 0.90, let's say 0.09 into 1000. So 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. Okay, so the decimal comes over here, there is one space empty, so it becomes 90. There is no value of no mean of these zeros if there is a number. Okay, so decimal goes 3 places ahead, and since there is no number, we don't write the decimal again, and there is only 9 remaining, 9 and 1 0 for this empty box, empty space. Okay, so it becomes 90. So this is just what we discussed in our last class regarding multiplication with 10, 100 and 1000. Okay, now today we are going to learn a new topic, that is with regards to division, how to divide decimal numbers, division by integers. So for the division part, please be very careful how to divide. Let's say I have to divide a number 4.2 divided by 7. Okay, so in the normal way, we know that this is the divisor and this is the dividend, right? So we put 4.2 over here, 7 over here. Now since 4 is smaller than what? 7. Okay, since 4 is smaller than 7 and there is a point in between 4 and 2, so what we need to do first is we need to put 0 point first of all. So once you put 0 point over here, this point you can remove it. Means you can't remove it, but you can take this out of consideration. Means you can consider 42 now together. Once you put 0 point over here, you can take this decimal out of consideration. So now it becomes 42. Okay, so 42 divided by 7 is what? 6, right? So we know that 7 6 are 42. That's it. So our required answer is what? Answer is 0.6. So whenever you see a number, like for example like this 4.2, in order to remove this decimal out of consideration, if you want to take this decimal out of consideration, what you need to do is just put a 0 point before. I'll give you another example. Let's say 5 and 3.5. okay, I'm trying to divide 3.5 divided by 5. So in that case, what we can do, we can put a 0 point first, since 3 is smaller than 5. okay, so we put a 0 point, so this point we take it out of consideration. okay, now you can consider 35 together. So 35, 5 into what is 35? 5 into 7 is 35. okay, you got my point? So once you put 0 point over here, you can take this point out of consideration. So you can consider the whole number 35. So 5 7 there is 35. So answer is what? 0.7. okay, so this is one type of math where you are actually doing what? Taking the decimal out of consideration. So how to take the decimal out of consideration? Just put a 0 point in the beginning. okay, very simple. Next we will see another type of division. Let's say 0 point, this is another type of division. So 0.16. okay, and you need to divide this by 2. okay, you need to divide 0.16 by 2. So how can you divide it? Again, okay, so for this 0, we can, for the same 0 point, for this 0 point, we can already put the same thing, 0 point, same as it is. Now 1 is not divisible by 2, means 1 is smaller than 2, right? So since you cannot divide 1 by 2, you need to put another 0 again. So now you can consider 16 altogether. okay, so next what we can do, 2 into what is 16? 2 into 8 is 16. okay, so answer is 0.08. So how did I do? Again, just reminding you, first of all, the 0 point which you see over here, you place it as it is. okay, next 1. So 1 is not divisible by 2, right? So since 1 is not divisible by 2, in order to consider 16 altogether, we need to put another 0 over here. okay, so next we can divide 16 by 2. So 2 8s are 16. Got my point? Very easy. Just you need to follow very different techniques. okay, let's say another let's go for another example. Let's say I need to divide 0.36 by 6. So same as it is as before, we put 0 point as it is. Now 3 is smaller than 6, right? So since 3 is smaller than 6, we cannot divide 3 by 6. So in that case, we need to consider 36 together. So in order to consider 36 together, we need to put another 0 as the previous one. So now 6 into 6 is what? 36. That's it. Very easy. So answer is what? 0.06. okay, got this? So these are very easy problems. Next we are going to learn another type of division. Let's say now if we for this type of problem, suppose we have another 0 over here, so 0.035. Let's say I need to divide this by 7. It's actually the same type of problem, but yet there is an extra 0. That's it. So let's put, since there are all zeros after 0.0, we place these three things same as it is 0.0. okay. Next, again you can see 3 is smaller than 7. 3 is what? Smaller than 7. So we need to consider 35 together. So in order to consider 35 together, we place another 0 over here. Now 35 can be considered. So 7 into what is 35? 7 5s are 35. Gone. So answer is what? 0.005. So you can understand one thing. If you see the zeros at the beginning of a dividend number, you put as it is 0.0 as it is, you put it in the quotient as well. Okay, previously also you can see 0 point, we put it as it is in the quotient. Next, for the smaller number, since we cannot divide this particular number, so in that case, to consider both the numbers, we put another 0. okay, so then 6 6 are 36. Now you might question, if this number was not smaller than 7, so what could have happened? Let's see. Let's say 0.09 divided by 3. So 0.0, this we place as it is, so 0.0, but here 9 is not smaller than 3, so you can divide 9 by 3 directly. So 3 into what is 9? 3 3s are 9. Done. So answer is 0.03. Got it? So these are different types of division where you are actually dividing numbers, decimal numbers, by what? By integers. Okay. Alright. So let's see some more division. Okay. So I hope till now it's clear. We'll try to learn some more different types of division. Okay. Let's say now if I have to divide 0.2 by 5, this type of problem, I have to divide 0.2 by 5. So we all know that as 0 point is there, we can place it as it is. But now 2 is not divisible by 5, right? But so since 2 is smaller than 5, we put a 0 over here. Now what? I've put a 0. Now what? Since there is no other number, like in the previous ones there was another number 5, okay? So but since over here there is no number, we need to consider that there is a 0 over here. Okay, if there is no number, we need to consider that there is a 0 over here. So 5 into what is 20? 5 into 4 is 20. Okay, so answer is 0.04. Okay, let's show you one more, then you would be clear about it. So 0.04 divided by 8, for example. So we place the 0.0 as it is. Now 4 is smaller than 8. So since it is smaller, we place another 0. Now there is no another number, but as I said, if there is no other number, we can place a 0 over here. Okay, this 0.0 we put it as it is. Okay, now since 4 is smaller than 8, we put another 0, and since there is no other number, we need to consider a 0 over here. Now 40 we can consider. So 40 divided by 8 is what? 5. So 8 into 5 is 40. So answer is what? 0.005. Is it clear? If I show you some more examples, I think it would be more clearer. Showing you another one. Let's say 0.03 I'm dividing by 5. So 0.0 we can write as it is. Now 3 is smaller than 5. For this reason I will write another 0, and since there is no other number I will write a 0 over here. Now 5 into what is 30? 5 into 6 is 30. So answer is 0.006. Okay, so I hope these are different techniques. Okay, so till here this is one type of technique, okay, where I am following. This is another type of technique where the number is greater than this, and this is another type of technique, okay, which we are following. So I hope till now which I have discussed, these divisions are clear. Okay, now I will, for home task, I will give you some problems to solve. Make sure you are doing it properly. Okay, before actually going to so let's give you some home task, because the rest you will get, if I discuss more you might get confused. So till now the techniques which I have discussed, I will give home task related to this. Okay, so let's say give you some example, give you some homeworks. Home task. Do at home. And this I will discuss later on. Let's say okay, so this is your home task. Please try and solve all these problems, and as you have been doing, send me the home task to my personal WhatsApp. I will check and give you the answer. So hope till now these divisions are clear. This is very important so that you understand each and every type of problem differently. Okay, so hopefully you have understood, and if you have any sort of problem understanding, please knock me on WhatsApp. I will try to explain this particular problem again. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.